H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Tuesday. Got a heavy heart on this Tuesday. Great things happened last night. Had fun at the TSU basketball game, but during the game, I kept getting texts talking about Damar Hamlin, young man from the Buffalo Bills that passed away, and not passed away. I'm sorry. Some that is passed out in a football game last night. Let me just go. Let me get to y'all. I'm gonna get to it. Let me get my mind right, because it's heavy. It's heavy on my heart. Heavy on my heart. And let me just get down to it. Let me shout out first. Let me start the show. Yes, I'm a little off today. Let me start the show off with acknowledging my starting five. Those are the five people that sign up to the first Facebook and YouTube feed first. We got D. Holcomb, we got Jeremy Davis, we got Chris Charles, Alex Sesteros. Who else? We got Rick Brown, and the sixth man today is Avid Pettit Jr. But I see you, Jessica Brooks. Believe you me, I see you right there. You're right there with them. I see some more people that didn't pop. They didn't say nothing, but I got you. I see you, Gina, Miss Gina. I see you. Who else out there? I saw. I just want to Mate. I see everybody. I see you, Jessica. I see you, Simeon Sims. Let me see. Let me keep going down. Eric Boone is in the house. Oh, yeah, Chris. Prayers. Yes. Let's you first five people. D. Holcomb, Jeremy Davis, Chris Charles, Alex Sesteros, and Rick Brown. You can put on the feed, and I hope I get to it. You can put on the feed what's your pressing topic that you want to hear about today, and if I'm prepared for it, I'm gonna make it happen. You know, I'm just ain't gonna just talk to be talking. I want to be prepared. But y'all put you first five, you starting five, and the sixth, Ivan Pettit. If you got something you want to talk about, just put it on the feed, and I'll try to pick it up, and we'll talk about it. But first of all, my prayers are with Damar Hamlin today, his family, his loved ones, and his teammates and his coaches. This video hit me this morning. Representation of a man and a person Damar is, that we're all thinking about him. I'm gonna show you a video of him. Maybe. Yes, I'm okay. I got you. I got you. Jeremy, I got you. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, I got you, Jeremy. Okay, I like that. I got y'all. I didn't pin y'all comments. Rick, okay, I didn't pin your comments. Okay, I didn't got y'all out the way. I'm gonna pin you when your other ones. But I I'm gonna play a video. I don't know if I want to play the video first, but let me just share some stuff with you. Uh, it was a night. I was at a basketball game last night. It was a night last night, and it was a game that all of us, all of the football fans, were looking forward to with great anticipation because of the significance of the game. Right, uh, two fantastic football teams, and that's all that stuff on the line and what's at stake, and they understood because sports are important to some people, and people and suddenly it was not important. Sports are important, but suddenly it wasn't important. I didn't know the magnitude because I was at TSU game last night, and we're gonna talk about that short. I didn't know the magnitude. I kept getting text after text after text. One guy said, "Man, it's a damn shame." Somebody text me. Let me go back to my text. That dude who always texts me with them annoying texts, he texted me. He said, "Man, I pray that this man doesn't die on the field, helmet to chest, and the game suspended." Um, so the game started. In case you don't know, Belinda, in case somebody don't know, the game started with Cincinnati touchdown. Buffalo gets a field goal, and then Cincinnati is driving with the football for the second time, just early in the game, 5 minutes into the game. And Damar Hamlin, second year safety out of Pittsburgh, tackles T. Higgins, and he just collapsed back on the turf. Okay, I got you, Alex. I'll pin your comment. Um, collapsed back on the turf, and the reactions from the players on the field. I came home because I tape everything, right? So when I came home after the game, I just went to, I wanted to see, and the urgency in which the media crew, I mean the medical crew, was moving. I've been around this business up close, football and basketball, for 30 years. It was clear that their reaction, that this situation was dire. I'm listening to what's his name, Ryan Clark, and Hamlin was in distress. Stefon Diggs, y'all, I'm gonna tell you how bad. Stefon Diggs got in an Uber while because the team buses wouldn't move. There wasn't nobody doing that. He got in an Uber and went over to the hospital. Stefon Diggs, the wide receiver for Buffalo, and they had a problem getting in because you're not next to kin, you just can't get in and see nobody. So I think the police were monitoring hotels, but they finally, some people told him, "Man, that's his teammate." He said, "Listen, look at officer, I can't get on that plane without seeing my brother." So he, they allowed him into the hospital. But y'all, this is about Damar Hamlin. This is about a young man, as Ryan Clark said, was living his dream. That was just a few hours before the game, was preparing to play the biggest game of his career. Uh, and it's probably, let me make sure I got this stuff right. And it's probably nowhere else in the world that he wanted to be. And now he fights for his life. Boom, boom, room. Uh, y'all know all of us got kids. All of us that's got kids, we understand what's going on. I mean, I thought about y'all kids. Thought about mine. Uh, I don't want, cause football is a great game. I don't. I love these kids. Them kids playing football. I love them. But this was probably nowhere in the world. That's the young man behind me. Probably nowhere else in the world that he wanted to be, and now he fights for his life. When Hamlin, when he fell to the turf, when you see, like I told you, when I saw the medical staff rush to the field, and both teams were just on the field, and you realize this wasn't normal. You realize, as Ryan Clark said, this isn't just football. After years of being around this game, even I've heard the cliches. And Ryan, he stated this eloquently. He said, I'm ready to die for this. I'm willing to give my life for this. It's time to go to war. This is how these guys talk in the locker room. Sometimes you use those things so much, we forget about that. Part of living this dream of football is putting your life at risk. Y'all, I'll never forget. I never forget this. Oh God. Some of y'all comments, I am not going to come in because I'm not going to let y'all steal my joy today. I'm not going to comment on some of these comments. But comment as you please. Y'all talk to each other. I'm talking about this young man, Damar Hamilton, fighting for his life. I'm not talking about no player safety. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm talking about this young man when he left the house yesterday. Think about it. Think about it. Mate, when the players go into the visitors' locker room, they give a locker, right? You put your valuables in the locker. Who got his valuables out the locker? Because he the only one had the combination. When that kid left that field, left that dressing room, he didn't know he wasn't going to come back in that dressing room. I remember these guys. I've been around these guys. I'm willing to give my life for me. It's time to go to war. Keep thinking about that. I've heard this a million times. Last night, we got to see a side of football that was extremely ugly. Side of football that no one ever want to see. This is not just about a football player. It's about a human being, Anissabelle. Happy New Year. It's about a brother, a son, a friend, 24 years old, younger than my son. Someone that is loved by so many and have to see him go through this. So the next time you get upset about your favorite fantasy football player, that you're upset that the guy or the team doesn't make a play, and saying he's worthless, or saying you make all this money, we should remember these men are putting their lives on the line to live their dream. And last night, Damar Hamlin's dream became a nightmare. Mr. Etienne became a nightmare. For not only for himself, but for his family and his entire team. There are no words. I am trying to find the words. I see y'all got easy. Y'all notice I ain't blaming nobody. Can't blame nobody for this. This done happened a million times. I've been in this league for 30 years, and this never happened like that. I've been on the field. I've never seen an ambulance drove on the field before, ever, Tina, ever. I've seen them in the tunnel or outside. We take them out on the stretcher but come out on the field. And the quick work, those guys knew something was wrong immediately. See, at first on my screen, when I kept rewinding, and they was careful not to show it. And see, Dale Griggs, I've had the advantage of being on the field for 30 years. As a parent, think about the mama that comes to the stadium to see her son play. Now he's in critical condition. When you make your comments, a 24-year-old collapsed on the field after making a tackle, got up, fixed his helmet, and immediately fell back down. When I saw this, see, on the telecast, I didn't see it fall back down. I didn't see it. They clicked away from it. I couldn't see it. But when they sent me the video, because I saw him, he got up quickly. Started adjusting his thing, because he knew I knew it was a violent hit. Y'all, these guys, if you go watch it more than one time, he was coming full speed. That helmet hit him in his chest, up to his chin. That's why he was. "24 years old. Now he's at the Cincinnati Medical Center, still there. 6th-round pick, 21 draft. Y'all, he ain't played that many years in the league, man. He don't have a lot of money. 6th-round draft pick. He didn't start to week 2 when Micah Hyde had a neck injury. I've never seen Lisa Salters. I've been around this lady for a long time. She used to work with Charles Woodson when Charles worked at the ESPN. I told him, I don't want to meet nobody else. I want to meet her. Lisa Salters. She was shook. She sounded like a mother. She had to do her job, but she was shook. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and look at y'all comments. Go back and look at the comments now. Go back and look at the comments. Go back. Going back. Ivan Pettit, we're going to talk about Donovan Mitchell's 71 points. We'll talk about that later. The comments, Skip Bayless tweeted, should be fired. Jeremy, do me a favor. I know you saw the tweet, but did you see him explain his tweet today? Y'all know I don't watch shows before the show come on, but somebody text me. I tape them all because these guys are professionals. I like them guys. But I went back and Jeremy, at first, I went off about the tweet because everybody else was going off about the tweets. But you know how I am, Jeremy? I just looked a little further into the tweet. I think did I put it up on the screen? I don't know if I put it up on the screen or not. But I want to dissect that. We'll talk about it because I think. See, let me tell you something. I am a man that some people don't understand. Some people don't understand because some people are intimidated by me. But if I see I'm wrong, okay, I'm wrong. And you help me, Jeremy. I'm about to put Skip Bayless' tweet up here so we can dissect it. Because I want y'all to be able to see it. And I had to take it out of one place and put it on another. I want to, I'm gonna be able to put it on the screen. It's probably gonna be on there big, and I got to size it because yeah. So I'm gonna table this for a minute. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. That's a good one, Jeremy. Because you want to start in five. I want to make it big so everybody can see it. Okay, I'm gonna put it over there, and I'm gonna click it off the screen. So let me go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see where I'm gonna start first. Hatter, were you hearing from the sources about Hamlin? What are you hearing about Hamlin and LSU football coaches? About Hamlin and LSU football coaches? I don't know what you mean, Rick, about Hamlin and LA. I don't know what you mean. You got to explain that one, Rick. I don't know what you're talking about. Alex Sestero, immediate thoughts, Hatter. First and foremost, players for that young man. Prayers for that young man. Let me put it on the screen so y'all can see it. I'm gonna let y'all look at this. I don't know what you're talking about, Rick. Rick, you got to explain that a little bit better. I'm missing something right there, Rick. I don't know what you're talking about. His health and recovery. They said it's an interruption of his heartbeat. Will the Bills? Hold on, put that back up there. Will the Bears take care of his medicals? Yes. And does this turn away more parents and kids from football dangers? No. Uh, to our sons to play football, I think not. Kids gonna be out there playing this weekend. Uh, um, we were all watching this shocking thing. He had passed, hit my 10. Shocking thing, he had passed, hit my 10. See, now y'all, I hope y'all see when I be reading hit my 10-year-old. Oh, hit your 10-year-old. Okay. Okay. We are all watching this shot thinking he had passed. Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you now. I got you. I got you. All right. I got you. I got you now. Player safety. Nothing you can do about that play. That was routine play. To me, Jason Peters. Player safety and how the NFL can improve safety of the players. Does that add the added game come into effect after all football? Yes. I didn't never believe in the added game, but the players voted on it. They voted on it. Okay. Um, I got you. It is a gladiator sport. Yes. Jeremy said, I love seeing Diggs do that to see his brother. Absolutely. So young, so much life. He will bounce back. The story is not over. Absolutely. I think it's not player safety issue. It was a routine tackle. Yeah, it was a routine tackle, but yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I didn't watch the game, but I'm not sure. I think his family was at the game. Yes, his family was at the game. They got in the ambulance with him. They are blaming the shot he took in 12:26. I hope that is not the truth. Okay, I haven't heard that one yet. Like I said, I haven't been looking at the news because I look at the news after I talk to y'all, and then I go back and look at the news. Shame on, and I don't understand that, Rick. Uh, oh, Rick, you must be kind of a little tipsy today. Okay. Let's keep going. Hatter also prayed for T. Higgins as well. He was traumatized. Absolutely. I have been seeing reports. Yeah, yeah. Higgins get. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be some sick people out there saying anything, man. And them Buffalo, and matter of fact, them Buffalo fans are the worst. Y'all, it's cold as hell up there. They ain't got nothing else to cheer for but that team. So yes, they the worst. Yeah, that's one of them. You remember? I don't want to talk about Buffalo right now. As a parent, that's my worst fear. Praying from. Hey, let me tell you something, son. One of the greatest days in my life when my son. Y'all gotta understand. In middle school, man, man, I thought Robert was gonna be the next Michael Vick, left hand quarterback. I mean, could nobody stop him? Man, that man got to high school and he said, Dad, I just rather concentrate on basketball. Man, was the happiest day of my life. I don't never like him. He just said, Dad, I just like to concentrate on. I said, boy, he don't know. He don't know. He made my day. And then Tina said, good afternoon, Chop Shop. I'm still shocked and disbelief, my worst fear. And Tina loves football. And I know I can feel for you. I mean, this can happen, y'all, when you're playing two guys that big and strong running and fast and hit each other. It's like a car wreck every time. I said this on the show several times, and your brain rattles around in your head. and you know, it's like they said, like you got something, a what they call a piece of fruit in a jar with water, and it just hit up against the walls of. I mean, it's weird. Uh, Mate said, okay. He said it was sad. NFL is a modern day gladiator. It's a great game. It's a great game, man. I mean, I listen to me. It's a unique game. It's a way a lot of guys their way out. You know, I know some guys personally. If they weren't playing football, they'll be breaking in Tina's house. They'll be breaking in Mr. Barnes' house. They'll be breaking in Dale Griggs' house. I know some all over the world. Some of these guys, their lives changed when they get that football. I'm just telling you. And they big and strong and they break. I'm just telling you. I know some dudes. If they didn't have that football in their life, boy, we'd have some problems. Afternoon, Trey Phillips. I'm just getting to your tweet. I know you tweeted way back. I'm just going down. Mama was who I was thinking about. No sleep last. Yeah, Mama couldn't have slept. I'm just thankful she was at the stadium. I got you. Hey, Gina. Um, and the trauma of watching it. Yes, his teammates. Um, you know, y'all got to watch. Even Chris Walker called me today and just told this morning and just told me, man, I stopped him from going off on clickbait. You know, he was a guy that would read something and just think it was and true. And and I wasn't trying to tell him what to do. I just learned. Even this, we're gonna dissect this Skip Bayless thing in a minute. We got to watch what we just jump at real quick, right? Let's watch. Like people be getting mad at me just cause one day I just told a person, "You come in, hold up, you come in late on the conversation. You don't know what we're talking about. Just talking. Just wait. Come in and fill the room before you run your mouth. You know, and people get. We got to have some kind of decorum. I know you used to just doing any kind of way, but we got to have some kind of decorum. And Skip Bayless comments showed no empathy. I don't know. I don't know. Trey. Trey, y'all gonna have to. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. I'm going down. This is an impact to all athletes around the world. The NFL have canceled all practice. Yes, they're gonna be back. They're gonna resume. You know why they canceling practice? Because they got when they cancel practice, that means no media can come in. They don't feel like talking to the media. Mate, they don't want. They got to get everybody got to get on the right page before, because all these players gonna have so many that they're gonna be talking, and y'all know some of these players they didn't got hit up side the head too many times. They don't need to be talking to no microphone right now. Just stay at home, no media, for no practice. I think that's why they did that. But I'm glad you pointed that out. Mate, you've been watching a little too much news today. How to know? I know how my uncle felt trying to explain to me what happened. Oh, Hank Gathers. Oh my God. He died there, right there, almost on the floor in a routine basketball game. We ain't stopped playing basketball. This ain't gonna change nothing. Oh, Lisa Salters. I just love that woman. Oh, Tina. That's my girl. Booger was very shook trying to speak. Yes, Booger was. Booger played this game, man. Let me say him here, but he did say irrelevant at the end. Yes, Seneca. We're gonna dissect it in a minute. Karima, thank you, Karima. Hey y'all, this is what I've been waiting on. As a mom, I was shook to see your child laying there, and there's nothing you can do. Lord have mercy. I prayed immediately and have continued. I'm just thankful his mom was there. Absolutely. You gotta read the tweet entirely. Last sentence says it all. Absolutely. And I told y'all I went against my normals because somebody said, Robert, you got to show. Skip Bayless was in so much hot water. Shannon Sharpe said, I can't bail you out of this one. Shannon Sharpe wasn't even on the show today. Skip had to come there and apologize himself, y'all. And I kind of understand some of the things he was talking about. I kind of understand. I'm gonna let you know. I just kind of understand. People have to stop being so quick to tweet. Yes, but we people can tweet. We just got to watch what we listen to. Skip Bayless was speaking practical. At the same point, the conversation would need to be had. That's just a fact. But he ended up tweeting empty. Oh, yes. Man, Skip felt bad. Shit, he human. He human. He loved this game. Y'all understand? That dude, that was a football player. That dude, that was a football fan before you were born. He been in this business for 55 years. Okay? Skip just, hold on, what he says? Skip just sometimes is not tactful. And yes, everybody, yes. What are your NFL sources telling you that the media isn't telling us? And second, what were the LSU coaches thinking about if that rumor is true? Wait a minute. Okay. What my NFL sources telling us about what? The LSU coaches, we'll talk about that. Screwing the girl, okay, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, Rick. I got that in my notes. I meant to talk about it yesterday. Rick, I just don't understand. My sources telling me about the boys hit, about the boys about the young man being in the hospital. I don't know what you want, Rick. Rick Brown, you come on now. Scary moment. Impact was a car wreck. Yes, these guys are professional. And y'all, and I don't know if y'all watched the game. Anybody watch the game? You know, because I told you I taped the game. I went back. Do y'all know the series before that? The series before that, Hamlin gave up a big play. And the next play after that was a touchdown. He gave up a big play, got fooled by the tight end. I guess he said, I'm going to make this next play. So he was overzealous about it. Yeah, I think Rick, I don't understand you. Rick, you got to be a little more clear. The NBA, hold up. The NFL sources, what you want to know about the NFL. I know what you're talking about, the LSU. We'll get to the LSU at some point. We'll try to get to LSU. But shame on Skip. We'll see. Let's dissect the tweets. Man, just stay there. I'm just trying to catch up on my comments. I wonder if anyone, Monte said, I wonder if anyone will make these helmets more impact doable. It's no way. It's no, you can't do it. Ain't no way you can do it. Your body is not made, Mate, to go and get hit that hard by somebody going that fast and that strong. Only way you can prevent it is not play the game. You can have all the equipment all you want to. Ain't nothing your body, the human body was like, let's get this understood. All you football lovers, the human body was not made for this to happen. What Leonardo Pagnetti at ESPN tweeted was very sad. I don't know what Leonardo Pagnetti on ESPN tweeted. Why didn't you just put the tweet up there? Who in the hell finna go find? Y'all go find what Leonardo Pagnetti said. I don't know what he said. Yes, I don't know what the hell he said. I just don't know. I don't know what he said. I don't even know who Leonardo. I don't even know that guy. Tuesday is the official day off for the NFL. Tuesday is not the official day off for the NFL. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not, Daryl Barnes. It work every damn day. Players don't have to show up voluntarily on some days. But the NFL, you said the NFL works every day and on Sunday. It's not a true statement. As a friend of a player on the Buffalo Bills, this team has been going through so much. The shooting, inside team problems, and now this issue. And I don't think they will be at their best to play this year. Oh shit! How in the hell they been playing? You don't think they one of the best teams in the league? You mean the rest of the year? The season? Maybe you said year. Okay, the rest of this year. Let me see. It isn't ironic that DeMar, Tua, and Shazier all happened in Cincinnati. Cincinnati got a ragged ass field. That owner is the cheapest dude in the world. I ain't gonna even put it on the field, but that owner is the tighter than the nuts on the Golden Gate Bridge. What's up, Mike? Prayers to the young man and his family. As a father, I felt the same way as you did when my son was star football player, now playing college basketball. Yeah, Patrick. Patrick. I never said nothing to him. I let it be his decision. When he came and told me, Dad, I don't think I'm gonna play football. Came ninth grade. I guess he went to one meeting. He said, man, I ain't playing. I'm concentrating on basketball. I said, okay. Skip lacks sensitivity and comments without thinking before he tweets. Okay. All right. I don't think Skip Bay said anything wrong. Neither did me. Herb at first. When I first read it, Herb. But what I did, y'all, I go back and read it again. And then I talked to him and saw him this morning. I understand. What did Skip say? I missed it. I'm going to put it on the screen in a second. I'm trying to catch up. Okay, I didn't catch it. I done caught up. I saw you at the game. Kendrick Lewis, how come you didn't say something to me, man? You always mess with me, Kendrick Lewis. And then now you get to the game and don't say nothing. I'm going to shout out to everybody who was at the TSU game last night. We had a good time, but I'm going to finish up on this because we got to talk about TSU. I don't want to harp on this because we're going to talk about this all week about this, but we can talk about Skip, right? I'm just going to put it up there, okay? I'm going to put it up there, and I ain't going to tell you no lie. I didn't like it. I didn't like it in the beginning because I didn't understand the context. Y'all, I didn't understand his context. That's why people get mad at me all the time because they don't understand the context. That's why I always ask questions and always try to get clarity. I asked, how was racism the other day? People get mad and try to tell me I don't know what I'm talking. I just want to know how can I be racist? I talk about racism against Herb Baker, both of us black. So I just didn't understand where racism came in. I don't care if he from Ghana, Kenya, or Morocco, right? Trey said, I know that high tea helping your voice. Hey, Trey, I hope I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I didn't feel good about a broadcast. That's my first one of the season. You know, some people telling me it was good, but I'm a big critic of myself. I just felt that reading and comprehension are fundamental. But this what Skip Bayless said, Mike. He said, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. He said, but how? And what he was saying, he knows the inner workings of the NFL. And he wanted to see how they were going to logistically shut the game down. He just said, because he don't know how he don't know exactly. He know it's going to be some stuff. Y'all got to realize it was thousands and thousands of people paid money to get in that game. Okay. See, this is what the NFL has to think about because it's a business. And I know some of us don't understand this. To them, see, we thinking about the young man, and they are too. Troy Vincent, yes. Roger Goodell, they think about the young man. But I can think about my young man here, but I still got a house to run. I still got a business to run, right? So he was saying, but how? I thought I took it as, but how in the hell? Because I know Skip Bayless. So I took it as how in the hell they gonna do it? Why are they doing it? I'm thinking he said it was why, but I didn't look at it, y'all. He said this late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome. But guess what? He said, which suddenly it seems irrelevant. We don't even care about the outcome no more because this kid is hurt. But people text me telling me we need to counsel him. But if you go and read the man's, what he was saying, we went off because what? T.O. went off. All them other people were going off. Everybody was going off on him instead of reading what this, and that's why I put it up there. Maybe I should make it bigger. You know, maybe I should make it bigger. But that's what I think about that. We ain't gonna spend too much time on Skip Bayless because they ain't gonna cancel it. They ain't gonna cancel it. Now, if you want to cancel them, you can cancel. Them folks ain't gonna cancel. All right. So that's enough on him. We gonna keep on. Okay. Uh, Lady Baron, how you doing? I ain't know y'all listen. Let me tell y'all something, man. Um, I just had the greatest time. I had the time of my life last night. Uh, yeah, it feels so good after the game. Let me tell you, shout out to I think hold on, let me make sure. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something. I got to make sure. Y'all know I have to make sure. I saw his comments. Boone. I know. Shout out to Eric Boone's nephew, Caleb, I think that's his name. He came out the game. Think about it. By me talking about this on the show, people came to the game, and these people came to the game. Kelton Solomon came to the game. These people came to the game, and they come to support. They didn't say, "Man, hook me up." They didn't say, "Man, hit me tickets again." They just showed up and came to the game and supported HBCUs yesterday, and I'm thankful that I can do my small part. Share the show, everybody, and thanking and supporting HBCUs. Man, they need our support. They need us to show up. Man, that was a great game last night. Can I talk about the game? Let me see. Did I talk about everything everybody wanted me to talk about? T.O. is often quoted saying, "I don't go." Oh, yeah. Leave T.O. just always. Maybe it was the timing. Maybe, see, I can't say it was the timing because I read, Jason, all I did, I saw T.O.'s tweet, then I went to his tweet. Then I was offended. Then I went, that other voice I got in my head, my third ear, my third eye said, "Robert, look at this again." Then I heard what his name, Skip Bayless this morning, and I understood what he's talking about. He wasn't malicious in that one, y'all. You know, I didn't like how he talked to Shannon the other day. You know I didn't like that. But I just don't think, I might be wrong. I don't think he was malicious. It had malicious intent in this. We talking about, let me see. Looked at TSU and Southern game. Valiant comeback, only to lose at the big time. Man, let me tell y'all something. Y'all missing out. Y'all missing out on being at the TSU game. They got another one tomorrow. Grambling just as good. Man, TSU outman the starting point guard, the starting wing guy for my hometown. Davon Barnes didn't play. PJ Henry didn't play. And they still, man, they gave Southern everything they wanted. And Southern came out there with all that. PJ Bird kissing to the crowd and not, but see, I'm gonna tell you who I love. That Bryson Etienne. That's one of my nephews. That young cat, he went in the transfer portal and came over and went to Southern. And he come out there and wasn't playing no games with nobody. What he had? I got to put my glasses on. Let me. No, I ain't got to. He had 18. He had 18 last night. But PJ Bird over there blowing kisses to the stands and messing with the bitch. I mean, he's a showman though. And guess what? Boy, if he'd have lost that game. But let me tell you about my main man. I hope he watching. Tyrone Lyons. We coming to get you down there. So I'm coming to Baton Rouge with the team. We coming to get you, Tyrone. I talked to him out the game. I had a great time talking to him. But this man said, "What's up, Chris?" This man said, "I love that freshman point guard, Jay Jackson." Who was watching the broadcast? Who was watching the broadcast? This is what I said. Hold on. Zyterius Mortal checked in the game. Y'all got to understand. I got a cheat sheet on Zyterius Mortal. Guess why? Because he was thinking about going to Hightower. And he went up from Louisiana. Then he went over to Shadow Creek. So guess what? You know, I'm close to both of them programs. So I knew about him a long time ago. I was just waiting on him to catch up to his athleticism. Y'all, in the game, I said, he's Mr. Excitement. He hadn't did nothing. Shadowbach looked over and said, Mr. Excitement, what do you mean? I said, just watch. Just watch. You don't know? You're about to find out. Oh my goodness. Time after time. That freshman, TSU, who's been coming off the bench, who's been accepting coaching, who said in an interview after the game, he said to me, he said, my job, mamas and daddies, y'all need to repeat. Somebody, I need somebody to snip this out and put this on a short for me. Zatarius Mortal, in an interview, post-game interview, said, my job is to listen to my coaches and my upperclassmen. If I listen to them and I do the right thing, the great things that happen for me. I ain't never heard no kids say that. D. White, did y'all hear what I just said? Eric Boone, a partner of mine, talked to him for a minute. His girlfriend was, his girlfriend, yeah, we can talk about it. If he get in trouble, he shouldn't have one. His girlfriend's over there waiting on him. He was so patient talking to Mr. Boone. And I said, Boone, let him get to his girlfriend. He was so patient. He shook Boone's nephew's hand. Let me tell y'all something. That Johnny Jones, wizard. TSU, y'all got a couple of the best coaches, man. Let me tell y'all something. TSU, there's no reason for y'all. No, excuse me, not TSU. Houston, there's no reason. You got two of the best coaches in the whole country. Reside right there. What's the name of that street? On Ennis and Wheeler. Ennis and Dowling. Got one. Listen to me. This talking to a guy that been all over and know half of the coaches in the whole country that been on this show. Them two right there don't play no games. I'm so proud to be associated with a program that has two excellent representatives representing our program. I shout out to them. I'm just telling you. But that little boy, Zatarius Mortal, let me tell you what he had. 34 points, y'all. In his first ever SWAC game. Herb Baker. They was talking about that team you and Granger and all them on. They was telling me how good that team was. Kurt Baker, did you score 34 points and you was a pro? Did you score 34 points in your first SWAC game? Help these people out. I called the man Mr. Excitement. My partner talking about, hey. But at the end of the day, guess what he was calling him? Mr. Excitement. Let me tell y'all something, man. TSU. Y'all, I'm going to go out on a limb because I don't like to give coach too many comps. Y'all know I don't. But y'all, this boy, he got some Russell Westbrook in him. I'm talking about not the Russell Westbrook y'all was hating. I'm talking about the Russell Westbrook y'all was loving. He got a little of that Russell in him. Man, young man was 11 for 17 from the field. 3 of 5 from 3. 9 of 15. We got to make free throw. Texas Southern lost by 1 point last night. And let me see how many. Let's see. Okay, 3. Wow. And missed 16 free throws last night. 16 free throws last night. 17 turnovers and lost by 1 point. Did y'all hear what I just said? Those are fixable problems. Texas Southern lost by 1 point and was 17 for 33 from the free throw line. 3 of 18 from three. They won the rebound battle. Texas Southern did. Lost by 1 point. Great job, Johnny. Great job, Vernet Skeets. The girls lost 70 to 62. I'm just loving this girls team, man. I love all of them. I love Jada Belton. I love Elisa Knight. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna show you how tuned I done got. If y'all was watching the game last night, right? And I you know how you just watch stuff works and watch. I sit there and watch the way the flow of the game was going, and I said, it's about time Elisa Knight need to come back in right now. Listen to me, y'all. Right on cue. Seemed like me and Coach had mental telepathy. She put her right in the game. I mean, and I know people looked at me like, I'm serious. Just watching her and just watching what the team needed. If you was watching the show last night, you would have saw that. I just got lucky. But this other team, Genovia Johnson for Southern, she every time they needed a big shot, she hit a shot. But let me introduce y'all to our girls, since y'all don't know. I'm not going to introduce you to Southern girls. Let me introduce you to Jada Belton. It's number 5. Elisa Knight, number 15. Tanaya Lawson, number 8. Cameron Bates. I love the Cameron Bates, point guard. Dontaria Brown. Jalen Crompton. Michaela Davis. Zion Reynolds. Anella Thomas. And Adriana Taylor. I mean, I am just so proud of them girls. I'm just proud of them, y'all. And what I want y'all to understand, a lot of them girls I call were freshmen. I think we started 4 freshmen last night. 4 freshmen. Let me tell you something. All is well. Yes, Southern had to sweep. Well, let me tell you something. I'm so proud of TSU last night. And I couldn't wait. Shout out to everybody who was there who came to support y'all. We're gonna try it again tomorrow against Grambling. Want to see y'all there. I had so much fun, man. Y'all see, I ain't got it in here with me, but Kelton Solomon Bryan has a wine out, and I am they're gonna start advertising on this show. I want y'all to support the South and Solomon. If you dare, put it on the screen. I can't wait to taste it. Y'all know I don't drink, but I'm a taster of wine because Charles Woodson, I'm partnered with 20. I'm not Intercept Wine, so I have to taste the wine just so they can let me know what's going on. I know a good wine, and I know a bad wine, and I don't know. Have you ever been to a wine tasting? I'm gonna show you not a wine tasting. I'm sorry. Have you ever been to a tasting at a restaurant? Like I bring my particular wine to the restaurant. So the manager or the restaurateur, the guy who's over the wine, guess what he would do? He'd bring a bucket. He'd bring a bucket with him, right? So I wonder what the hell he got the bucket for. So every time he tasted a different wine, he wasn't drinking all of these wines. You did drunk. Because we were showing all our different kind of wine. So he tasted, put it in his mouth, and spit it in the bucket. I don't know if anybody ever seen that. See, SolomonBryan.com. He would taste it. It's so unique, man, the wine business. And I'm just so proud that we got a husband and wife team that's I'm proud of them that just said, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And so let's make sure, okay, it's a black-owned business. Let's make sure we support it. The wine bottles $25 a bottle. Let's make sure we support it. Okay, I ain't gonna play around with you. I'm gonna put it on the screen. So when you need some wine, let's just go get it. Okay, let's go get beautiful bottles, beautiful case to come in. Let's just go. We ain't gonna even play around with it. You follow me? And if you leave a little note, tell them the chop shop told you about it. Okay? I don't know how but leave a little note and say I learned about this on the chop shop. Check them out. Trey Phillips, I know you're going to get some. All you wine drinkers. Darryl Barnes, I know you getting some. I didn't realize the kid Farouk was on the show. Yes, the German ties. Yes. Yes, he transferred from Hampton. Clean your palate when tasting different wines. Yes. Herb, who cash app you want? Herb, who cash app you want, man? But shout out to that husband and wife team and their partners. And I just Kelton, you just don't know when somebody like that. I told y'all. Then how many years ago I said this? Some people in our community gonna do something. So be comfortable with people in our community having success. Be comfortable. Herb. See that, Herb, the first one? Be comfortable. Kevin Freidman, you and your wife. I'm finna go call roll call down the line. Alex Sesteros. I know he gonna buy some. Who else we going down there? I got Eric Boone. I know he gonna buy some. Jay Jackson, Corey Willis, D. White. I know she gonna have some wine over there. Chris, what's up, baby? Chris gonna buy some wine. Shannon Holmes gonna buy some wine. Let me put that thing back up there. I'm like Oprah. You get some wine. You get some wine. Hold on, let me put it back up there, y'all, so y'all get that down. You get some wine. Kelvin, you let me know. Hold on, let me go. Let me see. Who that? Jason Peters get some wine. Let me see. I'm going down. Morris, I know Morris gonna buy some. Morris said he highlighted a perspective that many people shared in the NFL. And man, yes, thank you, Morris. Man, I missed that one, Morris. Lady Barron, get you some wine for Mr. Barron over there. Get y'all a little wine and get y'all a little sip. I'm going down the line. Doug Smith, I know he gonna get some wine. He said, a win or loss, the entire playoff picture. Yes, it was important. Thank you, Doug. Doug, I didn't see that earlier. Jay Jackson get some wine. Joe, I don't think Joe drink, but Joe, my sister-in-law, she gonna get some wine. Melvin News, I know he gonna get some wine. Trey Phillips, he always drinking. He gonna get some. Tina, get you some wine down there. Tina, get you some wine up through Atlanta. Who else? Kendrick Lewis, get you some wine. Michael Smith, I know he gonna get some wine. I'm just going down telling you, Patrick Punch got some. Mindy, get some wine for Dennis. I'm going down the line. Jameson Morrow, I know Jameson Morrow will always support everybody. Jameson Morrow gonna get some wine. Mate, yeah, I know she gonna get some wine. I'm just going, I know Sean Davis, I don't know you that good, but get some wine. Seneca, he gonna get some wine. Walter Yates, he might get some wine. He might hit somebody with the bottle though. We might know. Rick Brown had some wine this morning. Get him some more. Gary Sinclair said Skip Bayless is a sick man, and he said players should be still playing the game. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that, Gary. Gary, I hope you heard the show, Gary. I hope you heard the show. I hope you heard me. I'm selling wine right now. Hold on. I'm going down. I guess that's enough for y'all. I got everybody that I know. Larry Etienne, you need to just buy some wine. Kirk Dorsey, get some wine. Hold up. Brandon, get you some wine over there, Brandon. Especially your women. Y'all have your book club, get some wine. Robert Young, I know he gonna get some wine. He probably got it. Belinda, get you some wine. Jeremy Davis, my starting five got the Nolan Hamilton. I need you to get some wine. I put it up there on the wine. Let me see who else on here. Boy, I just went through the Simeon, Jessica Brooks, get some wine. Okay. Y'all see that? Y'all see how I do? You get a call. You get some wine. Let me see. Text me the link. I got you. I text you the link. I got you. I text you the link. See that? Hey, Kelton. I love this. D. White, Kelton, look. D. White, getting her wine today. That's what I love about this chop shop. I ain't letting nobody take. Hey, they ain't breaking up our happy home around here. Rick Brown. Rick Brown, South Cold Blood. My bad, Rick. My bad, baby. My bad, Rick. Rick, you know I love you, though. But I had to mess with you, Rick. But let's get back. Let's get back there. Okay, let me take a quick break. Let me do something right quick, and then I'm gonna come right back. I got something else for you. Y'all know I got something else for you. If anything else we didn't cover, y'all let me know. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to go to give me a little commercial break right quick, and then let me find it. Here it is. I'll be right back now. Don't go nowhere. I got something for you.
The Cox Pradier Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
I'm back. I'm back. Hey y'all, what's going on in the NBA? Somebody put something else up there. I wanna cover it. He told me to ask. Oh, the LSU. He wanna talk about who is that? Want to talk about the LSU coaches? Who want to talk about the LSU coaches? Let me look it up in my. Let me look it up and see where I got it. I got it. I got my notes from it and everything, y'all. I think I put some on the screen too. Okay. I don't know if I put it on the screen. Okay. So apparently, let me see. Apparently, y'all. I don't understand it because they so vague in these tweets. Listen, these are not substantiated information. Okay? I tried to call around. I'm just gonna give y'all something because somebody mentioned it early in the show. Oh, that was Rick Brown. Well, I'm just trying. Y'all gotta understand, man. I'm very careful when I talk about y'all and this stuff. It was talking about, okay, somehow during the SEC championships. Okay, this is what I'm getting. And Rick, you help me now. And make sure this is during the SEC championships in Atlanta. It was a little freaky deaky party going on. Sex party, they call it. Okay? Little sex party. But the sex parties, the rumors, they like they said, a lot of nasty rumors floating out there. And this one guy, let me hear him first before. Let me see something. Hold up.
Georgia SEC.
Hold up.
All right, Happy New Year from Costa Rica. Just landed on the honeymoon. LSU rolled today. Wanted to put out a couple of thoughts, including about what's being said about LSU in the national spotlight right now. A dirty rumor going around about LSU and a sex party before the LSU Georgia SEC championship game. Couldn't be further from the truth, really. Look, Kayshon Boutte no longer on the team. There's a personnel within the recruiting department that no longer is there. But outside of that, nobody else was involved in the story. Coaches, recruiting personnel. Look, the recruiter got a promotion at another school. The staffer, the wide receivers coach, is still on staff. If they were caught up in something like this mess that's being talked about, they'd no longer be with the program. We've got to use some common sense on that. These types of rumors very much affecting their families, their livelihood.
So, that guy had LSU colors on. I don't know who he was. But that sounds good from an LSU fan. Okay? Like I said, these rumors. So Rick Brown was the only one talking about it. Rick, what they were saying is, they said on one of the message boards. Let's see. I hate to talk about this, Coach. But I didn't want to just go by the word of a LSU dude with an LSU shirt on. I don't even know who this dude is. Right? It had something to do with one of the players named Kayshon Boutte. He went pro. They say he wasn't gonna go, but he went pro. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to find it now. I'm trying to see the rumor. All right. Long as y'all know these rumors. Okay. These rumors. And a message board. It says, not out in public sphere yet, but Boutte was just the tip of the iceberg. That's the young guy. He declined to play in the game. He went to pros. Apparently, there was a sex party in Atlanta during the SEC stay, and the participants got caught. At least 5 had been identified. Kayshon Boutte, one of the guys, the player. This lady named, I hate to call this lady's name, Destiny Wilson, who is the on-campus recruiting coordinator. This is the message board. It's not my words. Somebody named Cortez Hankton, the wide receiver coach. J.R. Belton, the director of recruiting. Corey Phillips, associate director, player personnel. And they said Boutte was dismissed off the team. Wilson was the lone female at this affair. She resigned on December the 8th. She has a history of this sort of behavior, and we failed to catch it in due diligence. Hankton, the highest paid wide receiver coach in the country, will be terminated effectively after the bowl game. The fates of Belton, the reputed instigator, and Phillips are not known yet. Both are almost certainly gone. This was the rumor that Rick Brown wanted me to bring up. Rick, why you want me to bring that up? Talk to me. Why did you want it? They had a sex party between the coaches and the reason I really didn't mind bringing it up, because you remember the TSU scandal, the Tennessee State scandal. The recruiting coordinator was involved. So tell me this. What's the job of the recruiting coordinator? Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. What's the job? Is Doug Smith on here? What's the job? Yes, hey, Kelton, please tell Alex Sesteros where the grapes at. I know you told me. Put it on the feed where the grapes. Are they Texas grapes? Yeah, they're Texas grapes. I know that for a fact. But put that on the feed for so everybody can see. Only one staff member involved. What you mean, one staff member? Director of recruiting. Oh, you talking about are you talking about Doug Smith? That's the job for one woman? The one woman? So every campus got one woman that getting it done? Yo, come on, man. One woman? Don't they need more than one? Doug Smith, you playing with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, Dale. See, you know what? I'm changing this subject because ain't nobody talking to me about that. Ain't nobody talking to me about it. Y'all don't want to talk about it. I understand. It's Doug. Doug, no. But I did. Before Jimmy come on, I want to share something with y'all. Happy New Year, everybody. I meant to give y'all this yesterday on Monday. You know, I always trying to give you something. I'm watching my young man in the hospital right now. Okay, I talk to you. I talk to you later. Our young man Damar, Jimmy that came on, but I got to share this story. With what happened with Damar yesterday, I really got to tell this story over the holidays. Over the holidays, a grandfather had pulled all of his kids aside to share with them some things about his life. Okay. This is my New Year's message to y'all. It was something that took place in his senior year in high school. Okay. He was serving, he's a black man. He was serving as a busboy at a private country club. Okay. He's a senior in high school. He was a waiter at a country club. It was a white-only country club. So a lot of them. It used to be a lot of them back in these days. It's a grandfather telling his stories to his young kids, his grandkids. One of his classmates at this newly integrated high school he was a Caucasian Jewish guy, right? And he was in the boardroom with his father and 7 other men around the table. Black men, I'm talking to you right now. Okay? Black man, young guy, high school, working at a country club. He telling this story to his grandkids. He go in the boardroom to serve the people in the boardroom. One of his classmates, who was a white at a newly integrated school, was a white Jewish kid. And his father was surrounded by 7 men at the table. And as the grandfather of these kids telling the story, as you know, as he was pouring lemonade, the guys at the table asked the young white kid, "What are your plans after graduation?" Okay. The young man said, in the presence of his father and the 7 men, he said, "Well, I'm going to University of Memphis. I'm going to study business." Right? And 7 men around the table told the young man, "Pull out a pen. Find a sheet of paper. These are the classes that you are to take when you're at the University of Memphis. And these are the specific professors you need to be under." After that, they went through his course studies for the next 4 years. Right? All 7 of the men pulled out an envelope stuffed with a lot of money, Jimmy. All 7 of them gave the young man an envelope and told him, as a high school senior, what stocks to buy and everything. The grandfather who's telling this story to his grandkids, he said he got off his job later that evening and caught the bus home. He said when he got off the bus, there was a group of men standing on the corner. And they asked him, what was he going to do after graduation? The grandfather of them kids, he said, "I'm going to Lemoyne-Owen. It's a HBCU." And the black men on the corner kind of jeered at him and said, "Why you going to do that? It's a waste of your time. Just come and work in the factory with us." As a grandfather, y'all, who was 79 years old, he was lamenting this to his grandkids. He was saying how he wished he had a group that had surrounded him on careers, in classes, on school, on real estate, and about money. And he said to his grandkids that I've done well in spite of not having a corner to cheer for me. In spite of a community telling him to hold fast to the status quo. I want to say this to somebody, whether you 78 or 18 years old, that even if you don't come, listen to me. It's my New Year's. I meant to give them to him yesterday, Jimmy. I'm almost finished. Even if you didn't come from a wealthy family has got to come out of you. I'm serious. I want you to make that declaration. Even if you didn't come from a wealthy family got to come out of you. That's all I wanted to share, Jimmy. I just wanted to share the difference. That's why I love this show. We teaching, we got to get together and give our kids something a little bit more, y'all, than telling him he got to go work over here in the factory. We got to give him, we got to get people to surround our kids saying, hey, you need to take this. You need to see this professor. You need to see this professor. You need to take these classes. And guess what? I learned, let me tell you something. Y'all can say what you want. Anybody can say what you want about John Lucas. I'll never forget it. My son graduated from college. My son didn't need nothing. My son graduated from high school. We was at Le Pete, right over there in West Ham. Okay. John Lucas stopped and said, come here, young fella. Proud of you. Hear you something. I said, wow. And Robert told him, thank you. But we got to start doing that, fellas. All right? That's the last year was the last time. We ain't going to send our kids away from here without something of substance. You got to know some stock tips. If you know stock tips. Now, if you don't know nothing about it, then okay. Just give them what you got. All right? Let's go. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing, man? I know you're on mute. You probably done muted yourself. So unmute yourself. What's up, Reginald Simpson?
Going down. What's going down? Yeah, that's you got to realize that's people have to be culturally conditioned into consistency.
Of course.
And it goes with other stuff as well. That goes right up in the same room with the crabs in the bucket. You got to be culturally conditioned. And so many people just mentally defeated against educating themselves. We want so many, and we want so many other people to just do all our educating for us. And it's crazy as hell, but then that's the truth. All these sports, a lot of people can go, and we talked about it all the time on the Chop Shop. A lot of people can have the power to sit there and open up a different screen, get online, look at a college team, scroll through the roster, click on the coaches, email the coach your baby's basketball bio. We've had countless coaches come on here and say it from non-Division ones and say, hey, yeah, you sent it. A lot of them, it's been various. It's 50-50. Some say they don't look at them at all. Some say they throw them and they delete them. Some say they read some every now and then, randomly. Some read them all. But you got the power. Once again, you'd rather pay somebody to do that for you. And guess what? That's okay. If that's what you want to do. But then the thing is, in the sports, there's a consequence to you not being proactive. And what's at stake? How much is an annual a college on a regular? What range from what 15,000 a year to as much as 150,000 a year, depending on what type of education you are indulged in. Well, that's what's at stake. So we go and I look at this stuff and I'm tying it all into this. You see, I'm tying it all in this basketball and recruiting because that's why we ask you guys to share the show. We don't need you to talk for us. Just need you to hit a button. And then guess what? That don't mean the person is going to come on. You giving them the opportunity and the invite. Hey man, you need to come get some of this. Because if you tried to go and tell them some of the stuff that we saying, the music might not sound as good coming from a different set of speakers. We invited parents, kids, guardians, student athletes, that is, to come out and get a HBCU experience. And this is with no makeup on. No makeup. Meaning that, when I say no makeup, meaning that school has been recessed. You're in between semesters. So there aren't college students living on campus. There aren't many of those. The campus, the dorms get sterilized. They get cleaned up during this time, during the break. They spray, they clean the room, clean the stuff. So there's nobody on campus. And it's still.
About that short, I didn't know the magnitude. Froze up, Jim.
Crowd.
Okay, you back now. You back now.
Yeah, I'm back. Okay, there we go. Still was a pretty good crowd last night.
Yeah.
A good game. You know, I knew the game was going to be good. So it's something about.
I didn't know the game was going to be good. You know why? Because PJ and David, two starters out.
Yeah, but it's just something about.
And I've been watching these guys play.
It's something about Johnny Jones, and it's something about Johnny Jones, and it's something and Steve and Sean Woods. Even if Sean Woods he's been depleted a time or two when he's played against TSU, but it's something about them that want to beat that other one so bad, and they're about 500.
Did you see Woods after Woods was happy than Woods was so glad to win that game, man. He hugging coaches like they went to the big dance.
I mean, trust me. I know he wanted that game. Trust me. Mm-hmm. I went by and grabbed him and went by and fellowship with him the other night. And that's and me and Woods go way back. And so, but we invited you guys to come and take part and help create the ambiance. That game went overtime. It was two buzzer beaters pretty much that helped amplify the experience of that game. On Monday night, and think about it, of all the stuff was going on in the world, that game there was a refuge.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was cool.
Yes.
Remember, you ain't had no band there.
No band, that's right. The cheerleader with the three of them. What, three cheerleaders?
I mean, those are the ones that probably live in Houston.
Yeah, the ones that live in Houston. Right. Right.
The other ones going home for break.
Right.
And this and the thing is, shout out to Ronnie Courtney.
Yeah, I saw him. I said, yeah.
Head coach Ronnie Courtney was present.
Yes.
I would have loved for Marshall High School to have been there. I saw Hightower High School. Shout out to Stephen Woods. They wasn't present, but they went to the Rockets game. Okay, that's you're bonding. That's what I'm saying. These opportunities, you can take your team and like you can bond on stuff like this.
Right.
It's something about I'm telling you, and now you have an opportunity to do it again because they're going to play again on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
TSU will play Grambling. Southern will play Prairie View.
Jimmy, the loser of this game, that game would be 0-2.
It's like a little tournament. I said it yesterday. I said these teams are probably going to finish 1st through 4th in the SWAC. TSU, Prairie View, Grambling, Southern will probably be the first 4 seeds in the SWAC. At the end of the season, the regular season, they're going to probably be 1 through 4. And trust me, TSU depleted. So is Prairie View. Little Ricky Doc Nelson is the starting point guard at Prairie View. He's out for 3 weeks. Trey Wesley is probably out for the year, Adam. He has multiple concussion protocols. And once you get 2 or more, you're subject to just going, right now, people ain't playing around with that stuff. He may be done for the season. But Ricky Doc Nelson, he's the equivalent of, not on the offensive end, but as far as being a coach on the court and a controller, he's almost equivalent to PJ, what's my young fella name? Henry at TSU. He's a guy that's going to control the courts, going to protect the ball, and he's a crowd favorite. But hey, man, if you want to go to the game, either TSU and Grambling or Southern and Prairie View, you get a chance to see Rick Goffney down there at Prairie View doing the PA at the game. You get a chance to go there and see either one you want to go to. Simply let us know. I think Kevin Allen, he put his information on the site or email address for you guys to contact if you want to go to the TSU game. If you want to go to the Prairie View game, simply send an email, chopshophtx@gmail.com. chopshophtx@gmail.com. Listen, let me reframe this so you guys get this clear. If there's a student athlete, each one gets 3 tickets, him plus 2. So that means you have to have a student athlete. What's a student athlete? Technically, it's 8th grade on up, but we're going to say 9th grade on up. So if it's somebody that's a student athlete, that way they have to put that on the paperwork for compliance reasons, people. They have to do that. This is not, for compliance. And also, and guess what? Those statistics are measured. So it would look good on the books to know that TSU and Prairie View are probably leading the conference or could lead the conference at the end of the year in the recruits who came to their game. They measure that. So do that and do yourselves a favor. Get out and watch. And like I say, it's cool. Once again, these are complimentary tickets. The student athlete plus 2 for TSU and Prairie View. They both will play Wednesday. 7:30 is the tip-off time, not 7. So you don't have no excuse about going down 290 if you want to go to Prairie View and all that right there. And guess what? If it's 2 or more, if it's the student athlete and you, then you can get in the HOV lane. See, I got all the solutions for you for the excuse bandits out there. You can get on the HOV lane.
I don't know if they got no excuses. They don't really understand the brand of basketball being played out there, man. That thing was exciting. Zatarius Myrtle was a star was born last night, right before our eyes, y'all. So star was born. This young cat came off the bench, Jimmy, to score him. He didn't start. He came off the bench and gave you 34. He started the second half.
I want this a record. I wonder if that's, I always like to, I like being part of history. I love being part of history. I wonder if that's history. We got to find Ryan. Ryan McGinty, where you at? We need to find out, is that the most points scored by a TSU freshman off the bench in the history of TSU?
That's a good point. That's a good one. Kevin, find out for Jimmy. I'm gonna show you what's so unique about it, y'all. I know I was just watching Johnny coach so many times, right? I'll never forget. At halftime, you know how they asked me, Robert, what you do? Well, take because Chatterbox, they always ask me, take me into the mind of Johnny Jones right now. I said, I don't know, but if I was Johnny Jones, I know Zatarius Morrow would be starting this second half. Jimmy, right on cue. Right on cue. I saw that number 12 standing up. Couldn't come out there second half. I said, boy, just being around Johnny Jones so much, I mean, that man want to win. And it changed the complex of the game. Jimmy, guess who owned the feed, man? Let me tell you something. I got to meet Jennifer O'Jenny and her son the other night. Jimmy, oh my God, in the 8th grade, tall. You know, she mentioned him. And she was at, hey, let me tell you something. She said, thanks, Chop Shop. We'll support and bring my student athlete. We enjoyed the TS Gone and meeting her in person. I had so much fun meeting y'all. Y'all made my day. She brought her son up to me, man. I hugged both of them, man, and made Jimmy, let me tell you something. Last night, I just saw everybody. Everybody. Kelton was in the building. Eric Boone was in the building. Tick Price was in the building. We're going to bring him on. He got a book, Jimmy. We're going to talk about his book. He was in the building. It was just fun seeing him. Been knowing him since he was a coach in Memphis. You follow me? So it's just, man, y'all missing it. Hey, y'all been had the advantage, Jimmy, to just come over there. I didn't go to the games a long time ago when Kevin Granger and them was playing. I didn't go to none of TSU games. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't go to the games when T. Harvey was there. I didn't go to too many games until Mike Davis got there. But now, you got to keep me out of there. Them dudes playing a brand of basketball, man, that's entertaining and it's unbelievable. And sometimes, y'all, if you get there a little early, watch the girls play. Don't do like Jimmy calling me talking about why the girls game so long. I can control the game. I guess, hey, TSU from now on, I'm going to be the game controller. Jimmy, you just call and tell me what time you want the damn game to end. I'm going to go over there and end the damn game.
That was too damn late, man.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you.
That was too long. And I was looking, as we was talking, I was looking through on rcsports.com, and I noticed that I typed in. I noticed I knew Zy Mortal from during the grassroots.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. And so I've seen him several times, and to realize like, damn, he was a unsigned senior from out of Peabody High School in Alexandria, Louisiana, and I was like, well, why?
But you remember he played in Shadow Creek too. That's early. So he left Houston and went back. Okay, okay, that's why I didn't see him for a while.
He played with Ramon Walker.
Yeah,
and he actually played in our Super 16 extravaganza.
Yeah. He played in the pro-am this summer.
And so that's think about it. Ramon Walker at U of H and Zy Mortal was in the same high school team. I think Sean Jones was there as well.
Probably was.
On the same team, briefly. So how much talent was over at Shadow Creek. And then Zy went on down to Louisiana. So and when I saw him, he was unsigned senior during that last summer. He had to come back and play with the Houston Defenders that's an Under Armour program, after his 12th grade season. And it was him and another young cat from Louisiana. They both were unsigned. And then I started hearing like, well, when a player that talented, I'm like, wait a minute, he has some extra stuff. He has some baby miniature Zion Williamson types explosion.
No, he had some Russell Westbrook, Jimmy, not Zion. He wasn't that big.
Well, his body. Well, you got to realize how at the time his body was a little bit. He's more fit now because he's in college.
Okay.
He was more.
But
he was a little bit heavier.
Okay.
He was a little bit. In the back then. So you see this dude and getting. I'm talking real a rim rattler, and he had to go the long way. And it's working out for him. And the guy texted me last night, and the guy was like, "Man, this freshman, this kid Mortal, is getting it in." I say, "Yeah, obviously, but at the same time, in today's basketball culture, if he gets it in like that 2 or 3 more times, then guess what's going to happen? LSU is going to come calling.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come calling with a bag,
Absolutely.
with some name, image, and likeness.
Yes, sir.
And that's the best SEC.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's the bittersweet thing about this. If a kid is young and he's doing too well, then other teams are going to note that. If he's not doing well enough, other teams are going to note that as well. And that's the society that we live in right now. Which guess what? I mean,
You had it, but that man don't be coming up and raining on my parade.
Hey, let me tell you something. That's the transfer portal is live and kicking. It lives. And so
Zion, don't go nowhere. Zion, don't do that. Zion, don't do that no more. Just don't do that no more, then, Zion.
And speaking of, and then shortly I'm gonna show you guys something, but I need you guys to share the show. I see you out there. I see Tanya Faulkner. She's joined with us now. She's chopping up. I see Mr. Barnes. I see him. He was out at the game last night. Donna Hall was there. I think at the game last night. Of course, Kevin Allen was getting on him. He was coaching a different component of the game that you rarely pay attention to. But I got the chance to pay attention.
That man he bent some folks last night. Kevin bent some folks last night.
He reminded me how Sandra be doing at them events. He put somebody on the bench. If it wasn't nighttime, he just sent them home. And that is it had I think y'all talked about it earlier. I saw the timeline, so I figured you brought up in regard to the floor. That's the guys that's in charge of wiping the floor and sweeping with the mop. So that's a task within itself, and different things that makes these events work. But I want to shout out to I want to bring up some tidbits about the game last night as we show love and shower a lot of these people with love. First of all, I want to remind you guys, of course, in the new year, that I was recently added to the scout team and selection committee for the HBCU All-Star Game. And it started last year during the Final Four. It's an annual permanent fixture as a part of Final Four weekend on the men's side. And I think it's maybe about, maybe 7 of us around the country. And I'm probably the only person on the committee, Heather, that has not been a college coach. All those guys that's on the committee are HBCU or former HBCU coaches. And it's like, I feel honored to be in the room to help share an unbiased thought, opinions or evals about our young men, because the game is going to be at Texas Southern University on Sunday, April the 2nd. Now, in doing so, there's a list of players. We have to eventually trim that list down to only 24 players. Right now, it started with 100. Now it's down to 66. And so my job is to go and attend or make sure I watch it, whether it's be on the live stream or whatnot, a fair share of HBCU games in my region. And luckily we have TSU Prairie View. So I really, and they go and they take care of, if I want to go and watch a game out of town, they take care of the expenses and all that right there. So we can go get us one of the big brontosaurus, get us a big piece of fish that big or something, go watch one game. Let me know. We put the receipts in for y'all. Now, but in all seriousness, I'm taking this job serious, seriously, because it makes me feel good that, ironically, last night's game between Southern and TSU, Texas Southern, had about, how many? 6? Yeah, about 6 guys.
On the initial list?
No, that made the cut.
On the 24?
No, we ain't there yet. That's on the 66.
Oh, 66. Okay.
Some people got cut and didn't make it to the 66.
Okay.
But
I know one ain't cut.
These are seniors, Adam.
That's what I'm talking about. Jordan Carr-Nichols, he a senior?
Yeah. You didn't say his name. Yeah, he's on the list. He's on the 66.
I want to find somebody better than him.
Well, I understand.
No, I'm just saying, I want to go see some more teams better. I want to find somebody better than him. I'm talking about me. That ain't your job. My job. I'm saying I want to find somebody better than him. If I got somebody better than him, he a pro. In HBCU basketball. If they got somebody better than Jordan Carr-Nichols, he's a pro. I'm just telling you. Jordan Carr-Nichols is a monster, man.
I need it looks like last night with Jordan Carr-Nichols that something was distracting him. And I need him to be undistracted on Wednesday, because that game is not going to be any easier than of a task than
Why
Southern.
You say he was distracted?
It is distracted is when you look at certain things, Adam. And I was there, so I'm watching. But even if you wasn't there,
okay,
let me give you guys a good formula to tell if a person could possibly be distracted. If you look at their free throws and their turnovers, and they would speak. They will speak if there's a correlation. I mean, they turned the ball over. If they led the team in missed free throws and led the team in turnovers in the same game, that's something was distracting you, because the free throw, that's a dead ball issue. And something you just tell, of course, a lot of big guys, they'll frown when they don't get the ball. But that's one of the things by coming from stat man. When you notice, I'm giving you, that's a fool of thought. Like, no, it ain't 100 proof.
No, it's not 100 proof. But keep going.
It's not 100 proof, but it's a good measuring stick. It's 70 proof. It's 75, 80 proof. If a player is leading the team in the same game in missed free throws and turnovers, something had him off his rhythm. And Jordan Carr-Nichols didn't really have that. I know he was frustrated. He wanted the ball down the stretch. He wanted the ball in the last possession or two. He didn't get the touch, but for the most part, he came with that. I think he had a double, didn't he?
No, he had 9, 13, and 9.
13 and 9.
2 assists. 2 assists though, but he had 6 turnovers. That's not good.
Yeah, and how many missed free throws? What he was from free throw line?
5.
What was it?
1 for 6.
Shit, that's it. You would something now. If he's Shaquille O'Neal from the free throw line and he only shoots less than 20%, then that's his average. But I don't think that's his average. I don't know what his average is.
I'm going to pull his average up right now while you're talking. Keep talking.
You know what I'm saying? So it let me know it's a red flag that glared out when I'm reading through it, and I saw it.
So what are you saying? What you mean distracted? I mean, because
you're distracted. Remember when people tell you the one of the fundamental things about shooting free throws, they tell you focus,
concentrate.
So that means if you take 6 free throw attempts and miss 5 of them.
But Jimmy, let me help you. Let me help you, right?
Yeah.
For the season, okay? Let me make sure I got the right one. For the season, he's shooting 50% for the season.
Well, that's
So he's
less,
just distracted the whole season, you saying?
no,
me.
but that ain't 20. That's less than 20%. How? That's about 18%, ain't it?
But 50% is terrible.
I understand that.
Well,
So that's
no, 50% mean you're not a good shooter. So you're gonna have some of these type of nights.
No, this in a loss is magnified, Howard. You can't make it, you can't defend that. One for
No,
six.
I'm not defending it. I'm just helping you out. If he was a 70% free throw shooter and shot 1 for 6, I would be alarmed. I'm not surprised no 50% shooter, Jimmy. I'm not.
If a 50% shooter shooting 18%, Howard, that's like a 80% shooter shooting 30%.
But I'm just saying, I'm not too surprised that a guy that shoots 50%.
How many turnovers you say he had in the same game?
Yeah, 6 turnovers.
Okay, you combine those two together. It don't matter what the number is they miss. I just said, remember I didn't say if they miss this many or more. I say if a player leads his team in missed free throws and most turnovers in the same game, that means that player was likely distracted in some form of
Well, he didn't lead him. He was second. Zyterius missed more than he missed.
How many he missed?
6.
Oh, it's the same. Misery loves company. Now, what I want,
but Jimmy, they lost by 1 point. Hold up.
Yeah, but they come,
they lost by 1 point. They were 17 of they missed 16 free throws and had 17 turnovers. Anybody gonna get beat with that one?
Yeah, but that stat magnifies when you lose. If they win that game,
I still think he's a beast though.
That don't make him not a beast. That don't make him not good. That don't make him not all SWAC. That don't make him not an all first team all SWAC preseason pick. That don't make him not that. That just says last night he was not.
Yeah,
it was a gear.
Yeah, he was throwing that thing away.
He has a gear in him that was missing. He never was allowed to just get in a like Zy Mortal got into a rhythm in the second half.
Yeah.
Hell, in overtime. In overtime, he got into a rhythm. He had 8 points in overtime, Howard.
But they went to him down the stretch. Our problem is with my young fella sitting over there on the bench, everybody can't get the ball to Jordan like PJ can. Yeah. See, I've had the advantage of watching all the games. When PJ there, it just make it easier. But he got to figure something else out. But when PJ there, it makes it easier. Because PJ going to break somebody down. Them guards last night, Jimmy, this is a guard game. Them guards last night we just got to get better at breaking people down. A guard's job is to make it easier for Jordan Carr-Nichols. But Jordan Carr-Nichols got to do so much now, try to do so much now, because he know he's down two guys. So, that's why I think he was pressing last night.
Yeah, but understand something. Like I say, it was a winnable game.
Of course it was a winnable game.
TSU was down by 15 points in the second half. They came back, sent the game into overtime. They went up, and that's why this game, I tell people all the time, Al, I'm one of those guys, different people like losses different ways. I'm one of those guys, I'd rather you beat me by 20 than to beat me by 1. I'd rather you beat my ass. If you're going to win.
I don't never want to get no ass whooped.
Because that one going to keep me up all night. Beat me by 20, I'm ready to go and go to sleep. Hey, I'm gonna be took off my wrap off thing. I'm gonna be ready. I'm being party mode for the game over with.
Dude, I don't never want to get beat bad. That demoralized. I don't like. Now I'll be up all night if I didn't got my ass whooped. I'm just different from you. It's okay. I ain't saying your way wrong. See, no, you don't have to come in. You don't have to. I just don't think that way.
I won't explain to them the scenario. After climbing all the way back from a 15-point deficit, Texas Southern University found themselves up by 4 points with 11 seconds to go.
And couldn't get the ball inbound.
And lost the game.
Could not get the ball inbound. Tell them.
I'll say this again. Let me remix this. You're up by 4 points with the ball and 11 seconds to go.
And could not get the ball inbound.
And lost the game. That's soak in. So those are the types of games that is like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
don't get it twisted now. Another
no
guy,
way TSU should have lost that game.
Well, after coming back.
Yeah, after coming back.
Because at first you say no way Southern should have lost the game in regulation, but then, lost that lead. But
Right.
after
But leads are made that you're gonna lose leads, Jimmy. Basketball, let me tell y'all something. Basketball is a game of runs. They're gonna have their run, you're gonna have your run. Now you got to play basketball. It's a game of runs. That's why I never get worried about a 15-point lead. When you got our problem is we couldn't hit a damn shot.
And the free throws.
Hold on. I got one up for you. 3 of 18 from 3. 3 of 18.
But that was part of the scout though. The scout was to let them shoot that.
Well, guess what? The scout was to let them shoot it too. They were 7 of 19.
Yeah, but 7 of 19 is way better than 3 for 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, this kid Tyrone Lucas.
No, not Lions.
I'm sorry, I said Lucas. Tyrone Lyons. He's on our watch list as well. He's one of the 60. He's one of the kids, those 6 kids that I came and had to come and evaluate last night. And he's a lefty. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And this young man here, he hit the game-winning 3-pointer. He had just hit a 3 2 possessions before then. So smooth 3. I mean, he looked like Michael Redd shooting that thing.
Yeah, he shot that thing.
He gets rebounds too.
He ain't had no assists. He ain't passed nothing. He ain't had an assist yet.
Yeah, but he's not classified in the category of guards though. Adam.
But Jimmy, assist mean you are a playmaker. You don't have to be a guard to be a guy to make a play. Assist mean you're making your other teammates better. That's all assist mean. I don't care for what Joker is not he's a center, and he lead that team. So I don't buy to that theory. If you're a good basketball player, you're gonna make the other people around you better, and that's by making an assist. Homeboy aim to make 1-1. But I mean, y'all can reward those guys if you want to. That's something that I look at.
PJ Bird, that way the Southern's offense run, when you get the ball from PJ, it's time for you to shoot it or give it back to PJ. And he gonna reset it and don't get time. And guess what? It works for them. Hell, it worked last night. PJ Bird had 9 assists.
Yeah, and other teams just had 3.
Huh?
And between other teams, they just had 3. Against
TSU had 13, the same damn amount, plus 1 the whole game from the whole team of TSU. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But other people were passing the ball. One person was passing. I saw you saying one person was passing the ball on 18.
For Southern, that's what works. That's how they run their offense.
But guess what? I just said I don't like it. Excuse me, sir. You can like it. I don't have to like it. You might like that. You just act like your way is the only way. That's all I'm saying. I don't like people who don't have no assists. So you don't have to explain your way out of that.
3 for 5 from 3-point land.
I'm not saying the guy can't play. I just said he ain't passed the ball to nobody. Well, I was at the game. I watched it too. I don't like players who don't make other people around them better. PJ Bird, I guess he's the only one on their team that can make other people better.
Come on, man. So in other words, 1 assist means you making everybody better.
All I'm telling you, wherever this dude go, he ain't gonna he can't be shooting the ball all that like that there. You got to be able to do something else to play basketball. See, I look at the game, I'm going to repeat this. I look at the game different from you. So let's get that understood. You can go and pick and choose. I got different lenses the way I look at the game than
But
you.
on certain programs, there are certain people that are designated. They're known as
I
designated.
understand that.
So was Ray Allen judged on the amount of assists he gave?
Ray Allen, no, I ain't say he was judged by it. I said, see, you keep, Jimmy, you can bring excuse after excuse after excuse. I'm telling you what I look for. Guy hitting all the points. Did he pass the ball? Because I know if he planning on going another level, his ass got to pass at some point. He ain't finna come in there shooting every damn ball. So you better get used to passing. I told you I look at the game different from you. But you got to poke holes in. I ain't poked holes in that little sorry ass story you told, but you trying to poke holes in mine. I just said I don't like a guy that don't have no assists. That's all. I always look at the assists. I even look at the team assists. I even look at the team versus their turnovers. I just look at the game because in analytics, they are key analytics. That's all. I just look at it different. You acting like I'm talking about what you saying. Dude, you can like the dude all you want to. I ain't never said nothing negative about the kid. I said, he ain't got no assists. And I watched the game. He ain't passed the ball to nobody. Every time he got it, he shot it. So that's what I'm talking about. That's all. But you like him. He on your list.
How many assists John Walker had? He's on the list. I'm just John Walker is Texas Southern University second best player.
That man mentioned Ray Allen, one of the most prolific scorers in the world. Now you mentioning John Walker.
John Walker's compatible.
Jimmy, let's just get off this subject. Let's get off this. I'd rather not even be. Yeah, we talking two different languages right now.
John Walker
keep on talking about HBCU and these guys. Just keep on. You can talk about it. John Walker on the list too. Y'all got him on the list?
Yes, he's on the list. Okay. He's made the cut.
He had one assist. I'm not bragging on John Walker.
One assist.
You bragged on another dude. I'm not bragging on John Walker. But at least he passed it once. Yeah, the dude you talking about, I'm telling you. Hold up. No. And John Walker did pass it to somebody, but guess what? They missed. Junebug ain't passed one yet. He on the bus. He probably at the bus in Southern. No, he back at home now. He was on the bus.
They at home. They here.
Oh, okay, he up there. Yeah, oh Lord. Right. He up there. He at the hotel shooting him up. He at the hotel shooting right now.
Yeah.
Jason Peters, you don't tell me what to let go. You quit taking. Just slow your ass down. Let it go. I tried. I told Jimmy let's change the subject. He don't want to change the subject. So what the hell you telling me for to let it go?
Yeah, you need to tell me to let it go.
You just sit back and listen to the show. That's what you do. And let us handle it. When grown folks talking Jason Peters, shut like what my man what Spreader Tony said, shut the up. Now, what else?
So in closing that, because there was a correlation that I wanted to share with you guys. There's something that's in common. Bottom line, the guys that's on that. Texas Southern has two guys that's on that watch list now.
John Walker and John Carl Nichols.
And John Carl Nichols. Southern has four guys on the watch list for four different positions. PJ Bird, Bryson Etienne. Bryson Etienne, who set the tone last night in the game, came out early on and he scored a couple of big times out of the timeouts down the stretch. That was key from the outside, just catching and shooting.
Oh, he was a catalyst.
He had something on his mind. He was undistracted last night. That's
the first shot of the game. Pow! I think the first 8 points was his.
Set the tone. And he played at Texas Southern last year. Ronnie Courtney coached Bryson Etienne and PJ Brown.
Why you keep mentioning Ronnie Courtney's name? Why you keep bringing Ronnie Courtney's name? What do he got to do with this?
Well, he was present and he's a story because he's a former head coach of Texas Southern University.
Okay.
So that's a story, a dynamic within itself.
Okay.
He coached,
He's supporting his players, but you'd have mentioned his name twice.
I mean, and he was there in support of his players, and he's a Hall of Fame coach.
And his players showed out. Yes.
In other words, Courtney's fingerprints are on both of those players.
Absolutely.
And both of those players, their fingerprints were on this win last night. PJ Bird, man, he didn't got. If you didn't know him, you didn't know him, but you was like, damn, you
wouldn't even know him.
He's so much bigger.
Yes.
He has a, once he get the dribbling of the ball, oh, that's PJ. Yeah, that's PJ. He takes care of the ball.
Yeah.
He runs the team. And everybody he tell to get over here, get over there, and get out the way or do this, they listen to him. And
he didn't have but one turnover. Yeah. He was now that he was excellent. 9 assists and 1 turnover.
9 assists, 1 turnover. Yeah.
And still didn't win but by 1.
But hey, at the end of the day, at the end of that season, man, TSU gonna have a 1-point win or 2 in that conference.
That's all right. That's all right.
Hey, Adam, in all of the SWAC games last night, there was 6 of them. Only one of them was not a single-digit victory. Every game out of the 5 out of the 6 was decided by single digits last night on the SWAC.
I saw that last night. It was a lot of 1-point games.
There was a couple of 1-point games. And here's what I want to get in this game before we leave this game. I mentioned John Walker, John Carl Nicholas. I mentioned PJ Bird. I mentioned Bryce Etienne. I mentioned the Tyrone Lions and the other kid, the Breon Whitley kid.
Oh, he fouled out. He's a killer.
Strong mid-range.
Yes, sir.
Team. He's on the list as well. So there's 6 players on the list last night. You know what all 6 of them have in common? See, this is what I want to get to.
They grad transfer. They transferred.
Well, yeah, all of them are transfers. You don't right. All of them were Division I transfers. That's 2 things they got in common.
Okay, what else they got?
Went to North Carolina A&T. Of course, PJ Bird went to
Colorado State,
VCU, and Colorado
State. Yeah.
Etienne went to, I think, the junior college and went to TSU. Okay. So he's a D1 transfer. John Carl Nicholas, SFA.
Yep.
John Walker, Texas A&M.
Right.
And then this other kid, Whitney, went to Murray State.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
He went to Murray State.
Yep.
So what they all have in common is they're all 22 years old, at least. These were grown men. All 6 of them.
That's a good point.
22 years old. Okay. So when you take your babies to these games, you have to realize this is what it takes.
Zaterius wasn't thinking about them old ass dude. He's talking on them old dudes. Keep going.
Hey, guess what? They had a career night, but it's at the end of the day, it was that L. But if he had a win, that would have helped. That would have made it twice as sweet.
Man, I needed that win last night. Y'all don't understand.
That was his side of the court. The guy came down and hit the 3 on.
Right in front of me.
So if Zai Mortal would maybe if he'd have been 22 years old, he might have had the court awareness.
Jimmy, he was right in his face.
I'm just saying.
That dude hit a shot. That dude did a walk-up 3. What can you do? Foul him? Oh.
Push up to the line, how to make him go around you.
No, well, tell me what about the dude that missed the damn free throw on the other end? It would have still been in overtime right now. Since you want to put it on the freshman.
He wasn't a senior, was he?
Jordan Gillum is a senior?
Yeah, Polar Jordan. He used to be on the list. He didn't make the cut. He didn't make the cut. He got Ginsu.
All I can tell you, man. All I can tell you, Mortal. I mean, I ain't saying he's perfect as a freshman, but boy, Jimmy, all I know, he made me look like I said, Mr. Excitement, and he said he went and gave it to him. So what else you got? What else you got?
Just in case you wondering, Texas Southern University has 8 players on the roster.
They got what?
8 players on the roster from the state of Texas.
Uh-huh.
Right? And Southern University, how about this stat? Southern has more players from Texas on their roster than they do from Louisiana.
Mm.
And it's just like a little tidbit. And speaking of course, Prairie View, they had a game winner last night.
So who hit the game winner?
User Rosas, who played for TSU.
That's my dude. Yahusa. Isn't that Yahusa Rosas? Yeah.
The strong power forward.
Jimmy, we ride the bus. He always sit behind me every time. That's me in his spot. He was behind me.
Well, how you let the dude get away, huh?
Jimmy, he wanted to be a veterinarian. They got a veterinarian school for grad school. TSU don't have it.
Man, send that boy to pit mark for an internship or something.
No,
like
dude,
that.
this man went for education. He ain't trying to go to no league. That man wanted, he's serious. Hold up, Jimmy. He be on the bus. Y'all listen to me. Yahusas be on the bus in his books like this here with the light on. Every time, Jimmy. He was I got his number in my phone, man. Jimmy, let me tell you something. You can't stop nobody when they want to go. I wish I had to stop Bryce Etienne. That's the one I want back. No. That was a hard one. PJ got us on that one. PJ a better friend than me. I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy, that hurt me. When I found out that kid didn't come back, I was actually shocked. But what I love about Johnny Jones, he said, okay, I ain't got him. That's all right. That's all right. I'm gonna be in the game with y'all. Like you talking about, let me tell you something. If TSU got demoralized in that game, you telling me you'd rather get demoralized than you got to come and play grabbing it the next night? Hell no. Because now what TSU saying right now, man, if I don't miss 16 free throws, if I don't turn the ball over 17 times, we beat the hell out this team.
And then John Walker don't foul out in regulation.
Well, we ain't talking about it. Yeah. If Monty had a scrotum, she'd be my uncle. What else, man? Before we get out of here.
Now, of course, before we get up out of here, man, so many things. LeBron 43, Mitchell 71.
Jimmy, we got to stop with that one. You can't play around with that one. 71?
Hold on, and a W. These are wins.
Jimmy, he needed every last one of them.
These are wins.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, Jim. They did it like they did Will Chamberlain. No, Will Chamberlain had the 100. He had the 100 up.
They just having a little fun.
Yeah, he had the 100 up. They played. Jimmy, you know, the last person hit 71. Kobe hit 81. That's the last time somebody hit 71 in the game. You know, Booker had 70. He didn't have 71.
I was looking in
and 11 assists, Jimmy. Wait a minute, thank you, Freeman. And 11 assists. He wasn't like your homeboy shooting all the damn balls, ain't passing nothing.
And a W. W's punctuate all that stuff. And a W. And
man,
so many.
Herb Baker make me sick, man.
This year's basketball season, the bar has just been reset upward for scoring. You notice, and LeBron, and now the count is on because he's being overshadowed because he made that statement. He's LeBron. And remember, they asked him, he said, well, man, 30 wasn't working for me, so I guess I got to do 40. And sure enough, LeBron has scored 40 twice, man.
Did they? Who they play?
I don't. Somebody in the NBA?
No. Michael Jordan's terrible-ass team down there.
Yeah, man, but hey, this man said it wasn't about the Lakers winning. It's about him putting up his 40.
Yeah.
And in the process of getting the win. That's Luka scores 39. It ain't news no more. How about that?
Luka, man.
Luka scores 39, and it don't even make the headlines last night.
Jimmy. I can't believe it came out your mouth. Kyrie number won 13 straight, man.
Thought it was 12.
13, they just won again last night. Hey, man, I told y'all, I apologize long time ago. Kyrie, I'm mad. I apologize.
Thank you, because I was thinking about that earlier today. I said, wait a minute.
I didn't say nothing about their basketball prowess. I said he's doing that stupid. I'm mad about the money he lost. I ain't never said he couldn't play no basketball. I just want him to shut up and dribble. No, I shouldn't have said that. I just want him to be quiet.
No, you say he wasn't a superstar. That's what
No.
And I say,
No,
okay,
I still say that.
He's a superstar. He's a hell of a villain right now.
Jim,
He's a hell of a villain.
other one on the team is the one. He's a sidekick. That other one on the team is the one now. Don't get it twisted. I said the net. Notice I didn't say Kyrie. You said Kyrie. I said I apologize for talking about him. Kyrie can play, but let's see how many of y'all gonna buy his ticket. Let me see how many of y'all gonna buy his shoes now.
No, it's gonna take a.
Oh, you're right. They won. They said 12, but they won last night.
So last night is it 12,
They didn't put
13
that
or
one on
12?
there. Who else got a winning streak?
It's 13 to 12.
Dallas got it's 12 on here.
Okay. All right.
I thought it was 13.
Say,
That's a lot of games, man. That's a lot of games, man. Who the next game? Let me see who they next game. Let's see if they do for a hiccup. The Nets. Chicago, yeah, they're gonna be 13. It's Chicago. So they didn't play last night. Okay, you're right. I'm thinking they won last night. And the reason I thought about that, y'all, that since y'all I talked about Kyrie off the court. I ain't say nothing about him on the court. But he did this the other night on them boys. Watch.
Tanabe, spin, fend-off, jumper. Kyrie! Going up high! Irving's a back.
Since you talking about I don't like Kyrie, you got to be out your mind. That's my play cuz.
Of course, in this season, Kyrie is 26 points a game, 4.5 assists.
Yeah.
And with this team.
It's almost 40-some people in the league averaging 20 points, man, this year. It's 7 people averaging 30, I think, this year.
Is Kyrie going to be selected to the All-Star team?
Well, the fans could.
The fans. We know the fans ain't going to select him. So that ain't the issue. That's what I'm saying. So is he going to be
them coaches ain't going to pick. Unless, them coaches ain't going to pick, man. No. They ain't going to pick.
That's going to be a hell of a story. I'm telling you now. Because they're grooving right now. They're not going backwards. Barring injury to Kyrie or Kevin or KD. They're not going backwards right now. They'll hit their groove.
And I'm going to do it again because I did it once because I know these other people ain't going to say it. But, man, I want to take my hat off to Jock Vaughn, man. That man was about to get his job took by Ime Udoka if Kyrie don't act ignorant. If Kyrie don't do that stuff he did with that. They finna just discard Jock Vaughn. And Jock Vaughn was a coach for that team all the time, man. But somebody should have stepped up for him. And I don't like how they handling him, man. But I like old Jock Vaughn, man. I like old Jock Vaughn. So, yeah. But Donovan Mitchell, man, that man did that. They came back on them. Who did they beat? Who did they beat, Jimmy?
Who that?
Oh, they beat Chicago. Yeah. Well, Thaddeus Moody. That's why Thaddeus Moody didn't come on today. Thaddeus Moody ain't care. I know something was wrong.
Remember he mad about what he called him 215?
What's 215?
That's how much they gave Zach LaVine. That's what he called him 215 or something. Zach LaVine talked all that smack a year ago. He almost tricked some people. Well, he did trick some people into making them think he was a superstar. He ain't no damn superstar. He's an all-star. That's a difference between being an all-star and a superstar. Zach LaVine sit there and trick them people and made them thinking he was a compatible Rodman.
Zach LaVine, Coach, he balled at the right time, and the market dictated what he got. That's all, man. It ain't that the kid great. The kid just got that money. Sometimes y'all can't put the amount of money on.
No, but he was talking smack, though. He was talking smack, Halder. He was talking a little, he was bumping a little. They call it bumping back in the day. He was bumping as though like people disrespect, like y'all better, I'm that dude. He was bumping. And now you just turning real regular right now.
Jimmy, what did you think about Eric Gordon said about your team around here?
Eric Gordon trying to do everything he can get them people, get them out of there. You don't realize, man. For every giver, it got to be a taker in this thing, man. They can't just
Jimmy, he just told the truth. See, y'all don't like people to tell. Hold up. I'll never forget this. Y'all got mad at this. Wait, y'all. Y'all got mad at this. I
mean, this situation is crazy. You know, it's something that I don't think can be fixed. So, yeah, thanks.
When he said that, you coming in, man, them niggas going, DeMarcus Cousins was going to jack him up if he came in the dressing room. And hold up. And Eric Gordon coming in, man, asked him a question.
Are you seeing the improvement that you thought you would see when the season started?
There's no improvement.
Are you seeing the improvement that you thought you would see when the season started?
There's no improvement.
Did y'all see how he said that?
Hey, man.
No, I got one more, Jimmy. Hold up, Jimmy. Watch this.
Where's the lie?
Same old thing all year, and just can't. It's hard to win. You know, we have a small margin for error as a team, and it's been the same old thing over and over. And
he tired of Jalen. You know, he says too much ISO. He tired of Jalen Green, and he tired of that. He tired of their ass.
Say, man, Eric Gordon, man. You know what? I know a guy. I got a guy, man. That got one of them used cars, one of them old cars. Man, they put somebody working that used car, and they can't sell that thing for $2. That's what Eric Gordon is right now.
But, Jimmy, but he right though, Jimmy. He telling the truth. I believe.
I said, tell me the lie. Remember, he said there's no improvement, and it's out of context because what it mean is, the Houston Rockets, right? If you look at their win-loss record from this year to last year, it was 10-26 or 10-27. They have not won. At that point, that was the exact same record that it was after 36 games a year ago. So if you were 10-26 last year, and you sold, part of the sale was we're a little better this year. We're a little better. Yeah, we let Wood go. Wood made strong-armed his way up out of Houston. We could have got more for Wood. We saw that. He's been rescued. He should give us some money. I'll say us.
But Jimmy, he wasn't gonna never flourish like that here, because he's gonna still have that same situation with them two dudes dominating the basketball, man. He did, but y'all talking about Luka dominate. He liked playing with Luka.
Send his ass to you could send his ass to Orlando or something.
Why you want to hurt the man?
If he want to strong arm his way up out of here, you make it okay. Go on over here. Go to Orlando. You know.
Everybody want to just move around, man. You ain't with the same person you met a long time ago, is you?
Send his ass to the Detroit Pistons.
That's where he left.
That's where he left. He left them. Well, but no, we stole him from them.
But he wasn't playing that good. Oh, hold up, y'all. Did y'all hear about his story at the draft?
Ooh.
Christian Wood. Please, somebody. Listen. He didn't get drafted. They had a draft party, Jimmy. I got the pictures.
I'll just say, I don't remember him getting drafted.
Oh, no. He had a draft party. Hold up. I got the picture of him. Bent over. Hold up. Woods. Hold on. Christian Wood. Watch it. That's him, Jimmy.
What
Guess what happened? He dropped his girlfriend off the airport after that. He ain't heard from her since. The man didn't get drafted that night. She said, hey, man, I thought I had me an NBA dude. I'm going to the next one. She left him, man. Jimmy, that night, that's him bent over. The next morning, he dropped off at the airport. He said she ain't never called him back until he got that $53 million from Houston. That's when she called him back.
Hey, big head.
Yeah.
she
I forgot to tell y'all that, man. Look at that little boy. Look at Jimmy. He had at the Caesar's Palace to spend all that money at the Caesar's Palace to have a suite and all that.
They put the gratuity up in that thing too. That's 2 service charges. You don't get they hit your head with 2 service charges in that Caesar. I'm telling you, you don't get your chance twice.
Caesars don't play. MGM don't play.
They don't get you. I'm telling you, they gonna get you.
Tanya said that's messed up.
Yeah.
Man, the gal left it, man. The gal didn't have no foresight. She was just a straight group. Jimmy, she just didn't understand the game, Jimmy. No, he didn't take her back. Hell no. Jimmy, she was just a little too obvious. Baby, I know a lot of y'all got their gold diggers, but y'all can't be that obvious. What's up, Rashad Duncan? You can't be that obvious, Kelton.
And also got an update on NFL update. And
The young fella, how you doing?
The game between the Bills and the Bengals will not be completed this week.
Okay, not this week, right?
And they don't really plan on
repeating it at all.
So
who gets the win and the loss?
Well, they probably gonna call it a no contest. I would imagine, because that's the first quarter. You know, it would be a no contest, and they will play it. Both teams are in the playoffs.
Okay.
So it just.
But it affects some other people.
It affects some. They were playing each other, so they both in the playoffs. They both got a game left, right? Now the Bengals have the Baltimore Ravens next week, right? While the Bills play the Patriots. Patriots are done, right? If I'm not mistaken, they're done. So, however, the Ravens are playing for they're playing for a position in the postseason. So that's the thing. That game will not be played this week, as we would expect.
Yeah, not this week.
Yeah, and they can't think about it. It's football. It ain't like basketball. You can double up, or baseball, play a double header. This football. So they're trying to figure it out.
Your boy Donovan Mitchell got drug tested this morning after he had that 71 last night.
That's normal though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not whenever you do something like that, that's normal. Yeah. They're gonna call you in.
Oh, the Patriots hold a 7th spot right now. So that thing gonna have so I wonder how they're gonna.
I guess they're gonna wait. They'll wait to see after what happened next Sunday.
But they can't. But that'll interrupt the wild card game. See, that's why people was mad at the NFL. The NFL had to think about all of this stuff that was going on. This ain't never happened before, man. Jimmy, we went through COVID without postponing the game. So that's crazy.
No, but mentally them dudes wasn't in it.
Oh, no, they did right. They did right. They had to do it. That's that was great. I can't wait to get off and call people and find out what's going on. Because I don't want to go by the newspaper. I don't want to go by the news. I want to hear what the other people saying. Buffalo can lose its number one spot to KC. That's right. That's right. That's right. That game got implications, man. So I want to know how they go. I just want to know how they're going to score it. If they don't play the game, a tie, they got to give it something.
Well, they're going to play, I guess they would play this the best case scenario. Remember now, rest and recover for body-wise, the best they could do is a Thursday night game the following week. That's the best they could do. If they remember, they already said they're not going to play it this week. So that means this week is out of the picture. So would they make that game a Monday night game? That's another week.
Man, Tina, what you got to say, Tina?
So maybe make it a Monday night game. They would play each other on Monday night.
What happened to Vegas last night? All of them betting, because your NFL is partners with the bettors. I know the bettors was going crazy. Everybody mad at Skip Bayless, but it's gonna be a mess, hot mess. I want to know how the young man doing though. Ain't nobody reported on that.
No,
how the young man, how DeMar Hamlin doing?
His family released a statement, and right now it's just everything just you're waiting and seeing at this point. And so
a lot of people didn't even know who that kid was, man. And now
that's
everybody.
Right. So yeah, right. I mean, outside of the NFL, that's a fair assessment. And then, but the thing is, he was a backup. So why would they?
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Everybody know. They threw it out there like like somebody said earlier, like, okay, duh, we know that shit, but we know him now. You know, a lot of people ain't know who George Floyd was. They know him now. So the thing is with this situation, you know, uh, a lot of good and humanitarian efforts when you will see, because what it does is it has softened the hearts of some people who were still bitter from recent elections that took place in various states or around the country. In recent the holidays had people stressed. So now this is a wake up call for, you know, a wake up moment for a lot of people.
Let me show y'all, and I meant to show this early, but you came on a little bit. I didn't realize, Jimmy, but it's two things that I'm gonna give y'all about DeMar. A lot of people probably don't know how his friends think of him. This before the incidents last night. This is what his friends think of him.
Already, so like he's a person I see future man of the year in the NFL for surely.
Y'all just seeing this now because he's finally bringing it all up, but he's been doing this. Like he's been that type of person. He always gave back. He's always a give first type person. Anybody that knows him can vouch for that. So he's gonna keep doing good things.
I got one more. This the young man talking. This the young man, y'all, who's we've been praying for all day. Matter of fact, the whole NFL, every NFL team, all 32 teams, their avatar have the new avatar saying "Pray for DeMar" on their avatar. But this, I want y'all to check this out.
Like I can't even describe it, but I cherish it every second that I can. You know, every second of every day. We just had our prayer, our DB prayer we do every Wednesday. Outside, he was next to me, and I just grabbed his hand a little bit harder, just because, you know, you never know when like the last day could be that you getting to experience something like this. You know, so I'm cherishing it every moment I can. Like I can't even describe it, but I cherish it every second that I can, you know, every second of every day. We just had our prayer, our DB prayer we do every Wednesday. Outside, he was next to me, and I just grabbed his hand a little bit harder, just because, you know, you never know when like the last day could be that you getting to experience something like this, you know. So I'm cherishing it every moment I can. Like I can't even describe it.
That's who that young man was. Every day. When he got up this morning, yesterday morning, Jimmy, he was living his dream. And ended that night. Now he's living a nightmare, man. Rest in peace. Not rest in peace, but get well quickly, young fella. I know you're 24, you're strong. It just hearing him, Jimmy, this morning, it just got to me a little bit. And I got hope for him. And I just thank God for those paramedics. Thank God for those medical people. How quickly, Jimmy. I don't know if you saw. We was at the game, so I came back. A matter of fact, I want to go back in and see some more stuff. How quickly they knew something was wrong immediately. It's like they knew. They was on the horn saying, "Get the ambulance here now." They were moving so frantically. So I mean, it's a violent game they play. And understand when you're letting your kid go out there, you know, stuff like this may happen. You know what I'm saying? So, I just, being in this business for 30 years, Jimmy, I've never seen the ambulance on the field. Usually be waiting in the locker room. I mean, no, not the locker room, outside the locker room, you know, in the tunnel. It's, this time they drove all the way on the field. The paramedics had to come and try to help revive this young man. So, hey, we'll be all right. So what else? Get us out of here, man.
And of course, lastly, University of Houston, they went up to number 2, but Purdue lost last night. They're number 1. So now U of H has one game this week. Well, technically this week they have one. They play on Thursday. University of Houston will host SMU, Stephen Woods Old School. It's Thursday, 6 p.m. at the Fertitta Center. And then on Sunday at 2 p.m., they will travel to Cincinnati. These are conference games. If U of H win these 2 games, they will regain that number 1 slot in the country. That's the U of H Cougars. So, Purdue lost to Rutgers last night in college basketball. And so that's a good thing regarding the more light on the city. But hey man, good high school basketball going on this evening. Check out the top games to see around the area. It's on rcssports.com. Check that out, the top games to see. You go to rcssports.com. Also, we have the freshman watch list. It's the first one of the year is put out. That's a list of all the freshmen, college Division I freshmen from the greater Houston area and how they are faring at their respective colleges. That's a really, it's in the VIP news. Something I'm telling you, you guys, is only the VIP news is $2.50 a month. That's all. $2.50 a month. That's like 13 cents per day to get all that good intel. And you guys can go up in there and just and check it out. We also got news. One of the a former number one player ranked in the area had moved away, and now he's back in Houston after transferring home from leaving Oak Hill. This young man named Zion Pipkin. He started at Westfield High School and as a 10th grader last year. He's in 11th grade now, where he went to Oak Hill. And in the 9th grade, he went to the Woodlands Christian when they went to the state tournament as a freshman. And so this will be his 4th school in 3 seasons. He's going to be.
So wait a minute, 4 seasons. Help me out, Jim. Westfield wasn't first?
No, the Woodlands Christians was first.
First, then Westfield.
In Westfield.
Oh,
then
so he
Oak
used
Hill.
to moving there.
And so, and I wrote in the check out the VIP news, and I give you guys some intel as to how to connect these dots. Okay, why not going back to Westfield? Why to Legacy, the School of Sports Sciences? That's where he's expected to resume his basketball career as a student athlete. Zion Pipkin is back. Remember, we talked about this, Hatter, just 4 months ago. 4 or 5 months ago, I brought up this very topic, and I broke this thing down, and I explained to you guys that my right pocket said that he's gonna probably be back. And that's based on what I was told. One of his former coaches, he'll be back. He can't, remember, he left here, his mother was sick. Remember, I told you guys, his mother was sick. So you leave here, and my thing was, how could whoever influenced him to leave at that time, wasn't about him going to Oak Hill, but if his mom is sick, why would you have a 15, 16-year-old young man and encourage him to go halfway across the country when that's the time when a young man turns into a man, be able to help take care of his mom and get her back to wellness. And that was the thing that I talked about on the Chop Shop. And then I said, somebody called me like, Hicks, we saw you on the Chop Shop. Don't worry. Trust me, he'll be back. And I didn't think I thought it'd be after the season. I didn't think it would be every bit of 15 games into their high school season at Oak Hill and you're coming back to Houston. But the thing is, he's back at home. And now we'll see how this goes with Zion. He's ranked 27 in the country by USA Today. By ESPN.com. He's ranked number 27 amongst all of the 11th graders. That's the class of 2024. So that now he goes back in this class, and guess what, guys? Now we see, that class adds a little bit more thump. That's going to be more college coaches that's going to be flying in because he has not committed to a college. He has offers. When schools come in to see Zion Pipkin, they're going to fly. They might go and check out other players, and rightfully so, some of those Power 5 high major schools. So I want to give you guys that news of the day, and we have more and stuff on tomorrow. But we got to get up out of here. Time to land this plane, slide down Dino's back, and yabba dabba do this thing. Shout out to DeMar Hall. I see you over there. Just logged in with us. And also
Forsyth and Randall High was a big game.
Huh?
That man said Forsyth with Randall High School is a big game tonight, Sean said. Forsyth and Randall High. Who is Randall High, man?
Hey, man,
Right,
It's a
man,
new
Sean, man, this really is turning into the midday sports happy hour. Because these folks getting them a little sip before they get on and get to working on these material. But let's get out of here, man. I'm spending another minute.
I see with Trey Phillips say VS going to UIL. Who is VS?
What did he say? VS going to UIL school. Versus going to a UI school.
Oh, Versus. Okay. Yeah, he's eligible to play immediately. Legacy School of Sports Sciences, they don't have no.
Oh, so he wouldn't be eligible to play immediately if he went to a UIL school?
15 days at a UIL. 15.
But even if he went back to his home school?
15 days. 15 days. 15 days, man. That ain't no thing. 15 days ain't nothing. You got to, But that's it, though, man. Let's get up out of here. Y'all share the show on your way out the door with the Chop Shop, man. And thanks for everybody for tuning in. But now, get up out of here, man. Got meetings, got stuff to go and watch some good hoops tonight.
We out.
Make sure you go rcsports.com, check that list out of top games to see.
I ain't see nothing worth me going out there to see.
Yeah, they got a couple of good private school games tonight. Yeah, that tops the card. That tops the card. Those, some good underclassmen be going head to head.
Oh, okay. All right, I see. All right, I'm out of here.
All right, peace. We about there. Chop Shop.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the